What's going on, everybody? It's Rick from Gardening with Barchuckin. As you see, I have this in. This is where the worms that I had in the bait cup were. So I wanted to make sure that everybody got out, which it looks like everybody's out. So the casting harvest went great. Here's a bunch of worms. 417 actually baited themselves out of the castings, and then there was another 40 that I've already added back. So what I'm going to do now is release these guys back into the tower system, and then after they go down, I'll get back to the regular feeding. When I baited out of the castings, 19 worms the first time I looked through the castings real quick. Then as I went through it a little bit more thorough, I found another 20 just in the castings. And then when I went through that new bedding that I had for them, I found 417 worms. So total out of the bait, I got close to 457 worms. And then put them all back into the tower system. So today I'm going to go ahead, look through, and then also add that extra bedding to the lower tray. Oh, I see a little cranberry from the last feeding. And there's a bunch of cranberries. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of keep that in the feeding area. So for now, I'm just putting everything off to the side. And that's what's kind of good about having lots of bedding. If they don't go after the food that you gave them until it breaks down to what they need it to be, they can always eat the bedding. I'm going to stick this in the feeding area too. Oh, this is some of that leaf mold. Okay, so last fall I planted soft neck and hard neck garlic. Then this past summer I harvested. What I'm going to do is I had a whole bunch of the stems, so I just broke a few apart to add that, give them a little kind of natural bedding, and then hopefully some of those minerals that came out of the garden can kind of go back into my worm bin system to then go back out into the garden. And I'm also going to put a pinch of the bedding that I used to bait the worms. I got blended food today. This has an orange, cranberries, and then also some lettuce from the garden. So it's a nice moist feeding. The ground eggshell. Just push some of them down on the corner. Go ahead and add the worm chow to the top. It's just another food source for the worms. Once again, give them something to kind of eat on until they get down to the food when they want to eat it. Oh, got some more activity underneath here. Okay, let me clean this up real quick. Ooh, please let me grab them. Okay, sorry, buddy. Got him. Whew. And you can see there's a little bit of castings, so that's good in a way. That'll keep helping to inoculate this bottom tray. So then once the other tray's filled up in a little, another few weeks, I'll be rotating these trays. So then this tray will then become the next feeding tray. And so many castings were stuck to the bottom. It's always dropping them now. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how the bin's looking now. To me, the harvest went great. Thanks again, Brian. The tip of going ahead and preparing that fresh bedding and then setting the tray over top with the holes to allow the worms to go down, that was a great idea, and it worked out very, very well. Don't forget, if you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments. Today's the 28th feeding of the Vermihut, so this system is doing excellent. I had the worms that were originally in this plus that 450 that I've re-added back in, and I only started with 350. Definitely the tower system's growing, and it's a pretty neat system. I'm really enjoying it. Thanks for coming along, checking out the video. Everybody have a great day.